Miss Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, good morning and welcome to another hour with the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. I am Dr. Judy, your radio host for this wonderful Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021, right here on Hallelujah 95.3 FM and also on Facebook Live at Real Talk with Judy, Instagram, YouTube at Real Talk with Judy live radio. And if you would, go ahead and take a few minutes, go ahead and share and tag others now. This is going to be an amazing show because we have some amazing women who have joined us. And so we really want you to go ahead and get plugged in to what's going on. All right, go ahead and do some hearts. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and do some hearts, tag and share now. If you are on the radio, or at your desk or wherever you are, I want you to hurry up and please contact your family and friends, call them, email them, text them, and get everybody on here now. Let them know that Dr. Judy talking about real issues with real people who have done there and been that, real conversation, useful information. That's right. You're just keeping it real with Dr. Judy. And we're on the air, so go ahead and get them on there. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I invite you to do so right now at the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. If you have not liked the Real Talk with Judy page, I invite you to go ahead and do that as well. I want to say hello to my mama, Mother Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley. She is the reason I am who I am. And of course, to my amazing and awesome husband, Superintendent Dr. Gerald Mandrell, the senior pastor of Life Changers. He is the reason I get to do what I do. And to my amazing team, I want to thank you all for helping me to deliver an award-winning show to a great audience every Tuesday. And to you, the greatest audience ever. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. We have so many who have tuned in already. Olivia Doris Angus, who is my PR UK manager over there in Scotland, in the UK, to Sephora and to everyone who's coming on. I want to say thank you all so very much. If you would, again, go ahead and tag and share today's show. And to all the business investors and partners who are being screened below on the screen, want to thank you for tuning in and for investing into this great show. I want to thank you all. And I personally invite any one of you, if you would like to go ahead and become a partner, go to my website, www.realtalkwithjudy.com, and see how you can become an investing partner with the Real Talk with Judy show. For the month of March, as you know, it is Women History Month, and we have been celebrating some wonderful women on the show. Again, to all of you who's tuning in, Shaquan Jackson and my sister Tanya, Charlie Pye, Ebony Williams, to everybody who's tuning in, thank you. And those of you who are on YouTube and the radio, thank you all so very much for tuning in. March has been, or is, today is the last day as the national celebration of Women History Month. But because I have so many women who I want to celebrate, I'm going to continue celebrating even in the month of April. And probably May, because May is Mother's Day. So we're probably going to continue. But I have had an amazing guest host who have shared with me for these last 5 Tuesdays. She is a woman on a mission, CEO and founder of Swell Corn co-founder of Women Wednesdays. Her company, Swell Corn, is a new type of buy local cashback platform designed to restore and increase small and local business building, keeping more jobs and money right here in our community. With Women Wednesday, her mission is to grow and share the talents of women in spaces and places by increasing participation of women in places of opportunity. She is a wife, proud mother of two, and has made Tallahassee, Florida, her home for over 25 years. And we are becoming partners in this endeavor to make Tallahassee the number one city for women. I want to welcome to you the awesome, amazing, my sister, my friend, Barbara Westcott.
Woo! Thank you so much, Judy. And thank you so much for including me this month. I mean, this has just been so special to serve as your co-host. And I mean, you're just right. We just have such an amazing community of women. And I'm glad that you're expanding the ways that we're talking about. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know the women that are with us today. So I'm excited.
Yeah, they are awesome. So today I have awesome women, Barbara, who are worthy of celebration. And these women, every last one of them, are members of Life Changers, Church of God in Christ, our church. But I can't celebrate all the women in the world and not celebrate these amazing women who work so hard with me to make things happen in our church and in our community. So the first guest I'm going to bring to you, she is an author, minister, prophetess, Chasedi Peoples.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Judy. I really appreciate it.
Chasedi, it's an honor to have you on this show. You are a woman of great wealth, and I am glad that God placed you at Life Changers to even get us a greater scope of how to better serve our community. We thank God for your wisdom. Thank you so very much. Thank you. My next guest is Miss Victoria Brown, all the way from Panama City. I don't know what happened to my audience. They supposed to be clapping. I don't know where they're at this morning. Maybe they coming from we're clapping. Victoria, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show today.
And Victoria, I want to say, Barbara, she lives in Panama City, but she worked just as hard for Life Changers. She is a member of Life Changers. She just had to go back to Panama City for a minute, but she works hard for Life Changers, even in Panama City.
Right. Well, and I know, and you're a family, you're a team and you're a family. So, family stays together, even when they're apart. So that's great.
That's true. My third guest is the one and only Miss Latasha Marshall.
Yay!
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Natasha. It is so good to have her. She comes with so much creativity, and she works hard. She served. All these women work hard. She served hard, and they're going to tell us about themselves. But she served real hard, and Life Changers making it work. She's one of my assistants too. That just make things work. Tasha, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to have you. So glad to have you. She was in Detroit and still working just as hard for Life Changers. She's back in Tallahassee, right, but she was in Detroit working just as hard for Life Changers. Man, this made my heart feel good. Next guest is the one and only. She made things happen all kind of ways for me. She tried to keep me on track. Sometimes she does. Tasha does too. They try. But the one and only Miss Sareena George.
Yes, Miss Sareena.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sareena.
Hi, it's a blessing to be on today. And I do what I can, Dr. Judy, to assist you when I can and when you let me.
She went in that time, Bob. But that is true. They try to help me so much. They try to help me be on point. But I'm glad because they'll just work anyway. They'll do it anyway. And And I appreciate that. Man, I am so excited about all of these women. Well, we are excited about what God is doing in us. And I want to welcome all of you here, every last one of you. It is an honor to have you all on this show. But not last, we have another one that hadn't chimed in yet. So our next guest, she comes from Oklahoma, but she's a member of Life Changers. But this lady has wisdom. She can make things happen. Smart as a tick. The one and only Miss Cassandra Allen.
Good morning. Thanks for having me this morning.
I am so glad to have you this morning, because she comes with so much wisdom. I mean, she's smart too. All of these women are smart. All of these women are smart. I am so excited to have you all on. I guess y'all can see how happy I am, because sometimes you have a lot of women who like really in the front, but you can't underestimate the power of those who make things happen in any realm. So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome to you the wonderful women who are worthy of celebration today. All of these lovely ladies, congratulations. Thank you for being my special guest on Real Talk with Judy this morning.
Yay! Yes, thank you.
So and to all the guests who are chiming in, y'all, they already celebrating y'all. They clapping, they putting your names on here, they're sharing, they're getting other people on here. Our women lead director is on here, Kalia. We got so many people on here who came to celebrate y'all. I think that is awesome. So, Miss Barbara, we're gonna get ready.
That's great. And you know what? And that's what this is all about. It's about celebrating each other. And, not only celebrating each other and supporting each other. And I know for Judy and what she's doing, she, all of us, we can't do it alone. And so when you have other people to help each other fulfill each other's dreams, it's amazing what you can accomplish. So I'm like super excited to learn all about you.
Well, we're gonna start with this question. Some of the people on this who's listening, they know some of you, but I want to introduce and present. I want you all to introduce and present yourself. I want you all to tell us something about you. I want you to share with us what you would like this audience to know about you. You are worthy of knowing. Come on, let's go, ladies. Okay, number one, anybody?
Good morning. I'll start off. I am Sareena George. I am originally from Bainbridge, Georgia. I still have a ton of family members that stay there. One of my greatest joy in life at this point is the fact that my grandmother is still with me, and she is 95. And It is a blessing to be able to pick up the phone and call her. And she's still closed in her right mind, and she will still give me a word from you need to do this or you need to sit up or something. But it's good to know that my grandmother that I knew as I was growing up is still with me today and can still pour into me. I'm the mother of one teenager, and she brings a lot of joy and work to my life, but I still thank God. And I am a paraprofessional at Governor's Charter, and I am very proud to be part of the Parent J Squad here that I am very excited about, and I'm just thankful to see the vision come to pass, and the parents are so excited about it, and I'm just grateful to be part of that J Squad team here at GCA.
Yes, ma'am. And Barbara, what the Parent J Squad is, we have the Dream Builder Family Affairs have partnered with parents at Governor Square's, the Governor Charters Academy. They have named it the Parent J Squad. And we are teaching leadership to these parents. I think it's about 22 parents, 29 or 30 children. We've had a big dinner, and Sareena is one of my administrative assistants who really make Dream Builders happen.
Well, I wonder how you do all the amazing things you're doing. So that explains it. That really adds some light to it. And I love how the first words that came out of your mouth were about another woman in your life, which is your grandmother. Yeah. So that's wonderful.
95.
And I can't wait to see more about J Squad.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, come on, ladies. Who are you? Introduce yourself.
So I'll go. Good morning. My name
Hey
is.
y'all.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Chastity.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Chasedi Peoples. I am 36 years old, proud to be a member of Life Savers. Also, so honored to be a part of the show this morning. I'm the youngest of five siblings. I currently work in the healthcare field. I've been doing that pretty much my whole life. I love just taking care of people, just love helping, just love encouraging people any way that I can. Um, I have a ministry I started in 2018, January. It actually started off as a women's ministry. It was originally called Kingdom Woman. It since grew, or I would say evolved, when I would say a few years prior to me relaunching it, the Lord had me in a place where I was just strictly praying for the men of God, men, boys, praying for their healing, praying for their wholeness, praying that they would walk in their identity and what God had called them to. And, I just was in prayer and asking God, how can I merge the two? And, we came up with God with Us Ministry, which is the ministry that it is today. I primarily teach and encourage the Word of God through my personal Facebook page, Chasedi Peoples. I recently wrote my first book the end of last year. Here it is. Thank you so much. A Father's Love. And it's currently on Amazon, and it's on paperback and Kindle. Um, Also, I just want to also say that, I am all about the kingdom, and, whatever I can do to help the people of God, the women of God, the men of God, the children of God, whomever, just walk in the fullness of what God has called them to be, walk in the will of God, receive everything that God has called them to be on this earth. That is what I feel that my personal mission is. And that's what I enjoy doing. So just God bless everyone, and so glad to be a part of the show today.
And we're so glad to have you, Chastity. She comes with a wealth of knowledge, and she just joined in with the women ministry with Sister Kalia, making things happen. And we're going to purchase 12 books, 12 of her books. So all of the ladies on here will get one, and then I'm going to give them. I have 5 left that I'm going to give out to 5 of you listening to us today. So we are purchasing 12. Everybody on here will get one, and then 5 of you will get one. I'll see who get one. Yeah, so 5 of you are going to get a book. And I think that's how we support each other.
That's right. Yeah, and you're in Chastity, you're clearly a woman on a mission. I heard you talk about mission several times, but you've taken action to create some of the things that you want to see happen in the world. And that's super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, she pour into people holistically. Thank you so very much. Next.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got.
Hey everybody, it's Victoria. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, go right ahead. We can't wait to hear about you.
Oh, okay. Hey y'all, my name is Victoria Brown. I am from Panama City. I currently live in Panama City, Florida. I am the mother to a 2-year-old named Bailey Grace Brown, and I currently work in the healthcare field, and I am excited to be on the show.
Amen.
Okay, well, we thank God for you. You made about yourself real short. You got some good accomplishments going on, and we greatly appreciate it. Support. She got shy up there somewhere, but she's working hard. She has her hair. She's working with her hair. She's working with the CNA. She does a whole lot, and I appreciate how you love your daughter and your great support. Your great support. Next.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. My name is Natasha Marshall. I am originally I'm a native of Tallahassee, Florida. I'm a mother of 1 daughter, Sierra Marshall. I lived in Detroit for over 20 years, and I've been back in Florida for about 4 or 5 years now. My daughter started her first company. It's called Cam's Life Creations, and it's all about creativity, what we want to bring to the community. And if we, my goal was, our goal was to start something, and I based it off of the things that we did in life. I was a Girl Scout mom for a few years, and I always had the creative mind of trying to think of something out of the box that kids can do. And so that's when we came up with Cam's Life Creations. I am a lover of people. I love to give. I love to share. And my biggest thing is I love to serve. I love to serve people in various capacities, very different walks of life. So that is me.
That is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Absolutely fantastic. Barbara, we got some awesome women on here.
We do, and I kind of want to hear more again. Like, how can I find? Are you saying Cam's Life?
Cam's Life Creations.
Okay, and where do we find you? Are you on Facebook?
You can find us on Etsy, and you can find us also on Facebook.
All right, great. I'm going to check it out.
Yes, ma'am. And we also have our information. We'll give it out later.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Khalil mentioned on here that Tata, you are a bomb couponer.
Yes, ma'am. I started couponing early on in life, and it was just a little gift I had. I can just see stuff, and it just becomes it's just really awesome the way it happens. I would love to show everyone one day when we have time to all sit down and just give you little techniques of how to save money.
And it's gonna work too. Sister Cassandra.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I am originally from Oklahoma. I've lived in 5 different states in my lifetime. I am married to my elementary sweetheart that I met in 5th grade. I'm a mother of 4. I have 4 grandchildren. I'm a church girl. That's basically all I know. That's been my whole life. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. I'm the oldest of 4 children. I like to read. I love to travel. I love sports. And I'm also a co-owner of Splash Inc. It's a t-shirt apparel company. And like Sister Tasha said, I just love going to church. I love serving people. I love getting out and doing different things. I'm not a super talker, but I do like getting out and enjoying what God puts in place for me to enjoy.
And y'all, she is one amazing woman. She made things happen. She's gifted. When they first came here, she brought me notebooks of stuff with information of how I can do this better and do this better. And she's a part of Life Change. They clean the church. She can clean like none other. But she got so much wisdom. And it is such an honor to have you, Sister Allen. All of y'all, man. Y'all made life work. Y'all made life worth working. Because God knows I can't do none of this by myself. None of it. So we greatly appreciate each of you. Last and certainly not least, we have one more to come on. And that is one of the hardest working behind the scene women of Life Changers for real. She worked and made things happen. The one and only Brina Hamilton. Welcome, Brina. Unmute yourself. Good morning. You unmute, Brina? She unmute? You unmuted?
I don't think so. I think maybe she's just having some technical issues.
Okay. Well, jump back in. Well, you can jump back in. Your picture's showing up beautifully. So, Barbara, let's Brina, come back in when you get an opportunity. But let's get started, Barbara. What do you want to ask these ladies or say to them? What would we like to know right now?
Well, something like I just kind of heard this entrepreneurial theme going through a lot of your guests. And, like, and that comes through in the way that they help you with your church and all that stuff. So I'm just kind of curious what their sort of entrepreneurial ambitions are, and what sort of spirit drives them.
Ladies?
Well, I guess go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just, well, I think mine would be on the lines of writing, because I love teaching, and I love giving wisdom and knowledge to others to better their lives holistically, whether it's health, whether it's fitness, whether it's mentally, whether it's spiritually. So I think that would be my one of my mainstream avenues, like just writing more books and just continuing to just release God's wisdom and understanding of how to live, holistically. And, because a lot of times, when I was growing up, I used to love self-help books.
Okay.
I mean, I would sit down and just read just book after book after book after book, but I just love the instructions and just the step by step, because I feel like these are things that, books last forever. And, you can always go back, you can re-gift them, you can give them to your family, your friends. So I think that would be my, one of my avenues for entrepreneurship, just continuing to write books.
Yeah, because I just want to say, like, to me, an entrepreneurial spirit is someone that wants to solve a problem or fix something. So they're not sitting back and just kind of watching things happen. They're jumping in, they're fixing things. And I just sense that from everybody here. So anybody else to add to that, their entrepreneurial sort of spirit, which drives them to make things happen.
I think my entrepreneur.
This was Scott.
Go ahead, Latasha.
Okay, thank you. I think one of the things I would say is that when you're doing entrepreneurship, the biggest thing to me was seeing the need, or in my terms, not just a need, but I envision things. I can just see it. Oh, I dream of something last night and I get up and make it, and then I want to see how can I get it to fit somebody else's particular situation, or see what I can do to help make their life a little more simpler or easier and while they're on their journey.
Exactly.
Good.
And Victoria, I think Victoria, you were going to say something.
Mine would be currently like beautification and helping other women to understand that each person, they each have their own individual beauty through the fields of cosmetology. And then I'm actually working on something within the healthcare field to get my business with that, to be able to license other people to become CNAs. So those would be my avenues.
Yeah, and that would be incredible. What a great pathway to opportunity, in a lot of ways, whether economically or to help others.
Yeah. And Cassandra, I know that you all have a t-shirt business going, and not just t-shirt, but a whole lot of things. Yeah. Talk about that entrepreneurship spirit.
Well, mine started as a youth. My family encourages people to be entrepreneurs. They encourage education, but to own your own business is their main goal. And ours kind of started because I was a stay-at-home mom for like maybe 14 years. So my husband and I bought some property, we managed that, and then we had a lawn care service, and then we started a t-shirt company. So in that, we've been doing basically just trying to make our own side money as well as work a regular job at the same time. But it gave me freedom to be with my children. I was able to be an entrepreneur, allows you a whole lot more freedom. So you can go to the school meetings, go to the extracurricular activities, makes it a whole lot easier to go to church conventions or be a part of other activities that are, within the community. And it makes it easier to give back and not just have to figure out ways to give back. You can make special arrangements with your own business and your own money because it's yours. So you can do whatever it is that you want to do with your money. And that's a plus. And you don't have to answer to how people want you to set it up and their belief systems on how this goes. And you can take a job or not take a job. So that's what makes it a benefit, because I don't have to do something that I don't believe in.
I love it. I love it. Brina, are you back?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you very well now.
Can you hear me
Welcome.
now?
Tell us a little bit about yourself and talk about
Thank you
your
so much. I
entrepreneurship.
need to adjust my internal mic. Oh, my entrepreneurship. Well, I'm trying to stay humble and use the talents that God has blessed me with. My entrepreneurship is in servanthood, whether I am teaching, tutoring, or serving the people of God behind the scenes. I just mostly, as they say, once someone show me a picture of something, then I try to put that to work. Um, Even when it comes to decorating or anything that God put my hands to, I ask God really show me how to get it done. Currently in my entrepreneurship, I'm tutoring, also doing back taxes for individuals, and I'm also um, am a essential caregiver for my sister.
And
So my plate
so
is
glad
full.
that you were able to get on, Brina. Your plate is full, but you do it well. And y'all, she loved to work behind the scene, but she can take what you give and make it happen so sweetly. I mean, she bring out the real good. Again, to all of the audience, thank you all so very much for tuning in. We are glad to have you, whether you're on Facebook, the radio, YouTube. Thank you all so very much. Ladies, answer this question for me. What has been some of your greatest challenges in moving forward? Just some things that has really challenged you or challenged women. What do you think are some challenges that women face? So Sareena, let's start with you. What are some challenges that women face?
I think one of the biggest challenges that we face is juggling everything and not leaning too much to the right or the left, but staying in the middle, being able to juggle family, career, your outside interests, and just being able to get it all done and not burn yourself out or not shortcutting your family or shortcutting on your job or anything. That is one of the biggest challenges, time management and being successful at it and doing everything that you have a desire to do, because we have a desire to do a lot of things, but do we always have time to do it? And if you do it successfully and effectively.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else? What do you think challenges that women face? That is good, Sareena, because learn how to manage our time and juggle so many things. That is a big challenge for women.
Yeah, and I would say, like,
No,
when
I
I go
have
to different conferences and stuff, sorry, when I go to different conferences and stuff, that is always one of the main questions is, that balance and juggling everything. Brianna, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree with Sareena. One of the things that I've learned as I've gotten older is how to balance it and balance it well. And
Okay.
one of the initial things that I normally do is I take out first thing early in the morning, whether that's at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., I take out time to walk. So in that walking, I'm meditating and asking God to order my steps. That's my personal time because my plate is so full in the afternoon. That's when I started juggling or adjusting my schedule to meet other needs. When I say meet other needs, whether it's personal or professional, I'm usually doing the adjustment in the afternoons. But if I take that first hour, some people
Mm-hmm.
need 2 hours in, in the beginning of the day and start with exercise, which is walking and meditation, I accomplish much with the time management. I know that if I need to get something done, I just got to move early and put that in my plan. Also, when people, I say, when you've been handed a boomerang, you have to make that adjustment in your life. And you have to learn how to take it positive and not as a negative. You
Yeah.
turn that negative adjustment that has been tossed to you, and you have to turn it around into a positive.
Mm.
Each and every
Yeah.
day we do that with our lives. In my profession, currently, I teach middle-aged students. So that means their hormone is raging, their tone is different than the tone in 80 children. It's really their tone is just off the charts. So I have to redirect their negative energy. And I do that simply, they really don't understand it. I do that with prayer. I have all three students pray in the morning. I don't care what negative energy they bring in the room. I have three students to pray. We open it up with the Lord's Prayer and students to pray to diminish the negative energy that has entered the room. It
Cool.
has to be done. This is a different age generation of children.
That
So
is true.
that's how I handle it every
That
day.
is true. Another sister, how do you handle the work these challenges?
I think one of the things
I
that
think
go ahead,
Go ahead.
Victoria. Go ahead, Victoria.
Go ahead,
I
Victoria.
think I think a challenge that women face is the lack of self care,
Okay.
and I think that's one thing that I've had to learn, and one thing that I've had to make sure that I schedule in for myself after becoming a parent, because I was always, trying to. I always have to make sure that Bailey has her needs met, and one thing I learned actually from Miss Latasha during this process was that if my needs aren't met as a person individually, I can't meet the needs of Bailey because my needs aren't met for myself. So I've just had to learn to make sure that I have, self care time, whether that is me putting Bailey to bed early and having downtime for myself, or me going to, the nail shop to get my nails done and my a pedicure. It's self care, and self care is the best care.
That's true.
Okay, good.
I think you, yeah, and one of the things that Sareena said that I think what is really important is that in the time management, we have to take a schedule. You have to make a schedule. I too, as Brina stated, I too have started my schedule now. I get up at 5:30. I have to make it early because my day is busy, and I have to get up at 5:30. I start off with morning prayer. Most people are not calling me or texting me at 5:30 in the morning, so I can give that time of prayer and devotion. I started my walking earlier before people call and text me. And so my days start much earlier now, and you have to be intentional and plan for it. Tuesday night from Bible study start at 7:30, so I put it in from 7 to 9, so I can have that 30 minutes. Sunday mornings I put it in from 9 to 1 or 1:30. That's because that's church time. Don't nothing interfere with those times, not those two times, because you have to be intentional about it. Intentional. Cindy said, Baroness Hunter said, what is the one dream you have had to give up on because of the choice you made? Mm,
Mm.
wow, that's a good question. What's the one dream you had to
Um,
give up on because of the choice you made?
Yeah.
I think that question is very good. I think for me that would have been my choice as far as start completing school. As when I had my daughter, I was married, and I put my family first. And then we as parents, we put ourselves as women, we put ourselves last. And so I think the biggest thing was my dream was to complete school, and so I put that on the back burner in order to have, but to push my husband and to push my daughter so they can succeed in life. And then I put myself last. So that was the biggest choice and biggest thing that I gave up in my dream, in order to make sure somebody else was happy.
Wow. And Tasha, go back to school and complete it.
And I am in. I want to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
I did finish complete my AA on last year. I am starting FAMU in August.
I love it. Chastity, what is it?
I would say for me, when I graduated, high school, when I was growing up, my dad always said, keep your head in your books till you graduate. That was the thing that was always ringing in my ear. So when I started college, I began at TCC, and I just kind of went full speed ahead. I just dived in, but I began to get a little burned out. And I started asking myself questions like, what is my purpose? For me, it was, what am I here for? What was I called to do? So my dream was to graduate college. My dream was to be married. My dream was to have kids. And my dream was to be a doctor. Well, of course, none of those things happened. I did I did graduate. I will be graduating soon from Global On Demand School of Ministry, where I will receive my bachelor's degree in theology. But those things came with me putting God first. The Word of God says, Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added onto you." Well, when I started asking myself and really asking God what my purpose was, my dreams became they were placed on the back burner, and then my life began to be woven into a path of purpose. And for me, it was kind of all over the place. I did end up becoming a wife, but a few years later it ended in divorce. But in doing that, He set me on a path to purpose. And so all of the things, all of the dreams that I thought that I was giving up, God just redirected me through his will and the purpose and plans that he had for my life. So I just want to encourage anyone that, your dreams, they may not line up the way you want them to, but if
Yes.
you put the purpose and the plans that God have for your life first, he'll make sure you have the desires of your heart in the end.
That's good.
And I would like to add that your dreams may have been delayed, but they're not denied. It will
Amen.
still come to pass. Because as Tasha said, got married, and once I got married, because I got married older, I stopped focusing on me and what I wanted to do and my dreams and plans for life, and was focusing on being a wife, and shortly after that becoming a mother. And so it's like everything life started happening, and my dreams got put to the back burner. But now I'm in the phase of my life where my dreams are coming forth, and
Right.
I'm enjoying life, and I thank God for that mindset to go and continue and to finish what I have promised myself, because my
Yeah.
degree is not for anyone, but that's for Sareena, because that's what Sareena wants for
Yes.
Sareena. It's going to open some doors for me. Yes, it will, but the degree is for Sareena. So know that your dreams may have been delayed, but they're not denied, and you can still finish them. We have all sorts of proof around us that we can do it. I look at Miss Carolyn, and she has been such an inspiration to me, because she went and did hers, and I was like, it looked like Miss Carolyn started school yesterday, and now she done, and she have this, and so I was like, if she could do it, I could do it. So I just think, what I'm saying, and it takes a village, but you have your village around you. You have to see what they have accomplished to use that as encouraging to yourself to go ahead on and complete what you have started, and to go ahead on and do what you have, because we all have dreams and stuff like that. And as you grow in God and in grace and stuff, you get more dreams and things that you want to accomplish. So you know that you can do it by looking at what's around you, the
Yeah.
people around you.
Man.
I think that's excellent. I mean,
Yeah.
that's super, super
That's
good
what
point.
I was. That's what I was gonna say, but they brought out the points of redirection and finishing what you started. And I know initially when I moved to Tallahassee, I started out at cosmetology school, and I graduated from cosmetology school, and I took the test the first time, and I didn't pass it. I took the test the second time, I didn't pass it. I took the test the third time, and I passed one part, and I'm sitting to take the next part next month. But it's like I think God has a funny way of bringing everything back to fruition, because I thought it was over. And even though I had to, relocate back home so I could get to where I want to be, everything that has been ordained and reordered by God. And I know that in the end of it, in a couple of months, I'll have my cosmetology license. I'll be a licensed CNA. But all of these things happen because, as Chastity said, I had started to seek God and ask Him, what direction you have me to go? Because I wasn't thinking about CNA, but I was thinking about, okay, how can I be, a better provider? And even in that, I was, it gave me different opportunities to learn different things within the healthcare field. So it's just about not giving up and not letting, fear alter what God has planned for you. Don't let fear cripple you. It might not come when you want it, but it will definitely be on time.
Mhm.
Ooh,
And
man.
I have
Good luck with your test.
like what Victoria was saying, sometimes it's not that you give up on your dream or you put it on the back burner. Sometimes it's just not the time for your dream to come to fruition at that time. And so with me, I have a lot of support back home. I have a lot of support with my husband. Sometimes he's over supportive where he wants to push, and I have to push back. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to do that right now. And he's like, go get your master's degree. Go do this, go do that. And I'm like, no, it's not time for me to do that. And when I do go back to get a master's degree, I want to know what purpose I'm going to get that degree and not just go because, somebody wants me to go further in education. I want to make sure that I have that purpose and the reason for me going back. It has to go along with what the Lord promised me that I'm going to be doing later on and not just right now. I needed to be magnified to where it's going to stick to what God already promised me and the dreams that I have for later on that has something to do with me just waiting on what God's purpose is and not just being in a rush to get it done because, other people, outside people want you to do this or do that. But sometimes you have to be pushed, and Pastor Judy will push you to do things you're not really ready for. And she always says, it's time for you to get out the background. And sometimes, you get comfortable just sitting in the background, especially being a woman and being a mom. You can do just as much work as everybody else, but sometimes you get comfortable just sitting in the background and not, moving forward to the front. And Dr. Judy will push you because this right here is out of my comfort zone. And that this is something that I would not normally do. I like to sit in the background. I do all the paperwork. I'll do everything you need me to do. But all the extra talking and stuff, that's really not my cup of tea. But she pushes me to get out of my comfort zone. And I'm sure if I would have denied doing this, she would have said, okay, I'm gonna call you. We're gonna have a talk. I'm gonna pray about it. And then she would have said, I'll see you on Tuesday. And that would have been the end of the discussion. So it would have been like, oh, okay, I got volunteered. But sometimes that's a good thing to get people out of their comfort zone because you never know what, that could be part of the dream that you don't even know that's in the dream. So I wouldn't say that I gave up pieces of my dream. I think they're just they're down the road because God has other things lined up for me to do first before I can complete the dream.
Well, one of the things that I know, ladies, and Cassandra, thank you. One of the things I know, the Lord, I get so much in my mind, Barbara. It's so much coming in my mind that I want to do. But this is what I know. He give it to me to push others. He give it to me to help others. Come on and let's make this thing happen together. Right? He gives it to me as a vision, and then I bring people in who can do it. Every last one of you on this call today, every last one of you have something to make this community, help make the church better. And what better time to do it than now? You just have to push and do it. And we're not going to let each other fall. We're not going to, right? We're not going to let each other fail. We either learning, we either winning or we're learning. And so our job is to help each other do it better. So I know you got long-term dreams, but right now we're helping push you through 2021. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
Everybody,
I was
yeah,
going to
go
ask
ahead.
Cassandra. I'm sorry. I was going to ask Cassandra. Is it a preference to be in the background? You know, that's where you feel like you shine, or is a little bit of fear keeping you in the background? Are
I
you
think it's a little bit of both because my family, they're very active in church and everything is like, pastors, preachers, ministers, missionaries, just everything. And then I have a lot of family that's activists, like my mom.
Yes.
And a lot of times you see so much in the forefront that sometimes you're like, whoa, I'll take a back seat. I don't have to be a part of, the big scene. Let me just do what you need me to do in the background. And some of it is, I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with that. Let me just do, what you need me to do and let you have that. But some of it is fear of not wanting to be in the forefront of everything else, or taking the responsibility is basically what it is. Because I have a lot of responsibility already, and to add on to the extra responsibility, sometimes that can be overwhelming. And where we came from, I had a lot of responsibility in the church. I had a lot of responsibility with my children. My husband traveled a lot, so it was a lot of responsibility to take on something extra, and I didn't have it to give.
well? And I found myself like if you do too much, sometimes you do nothing well. So it can be,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a balance. But it's just interesting. I was just curious about that.
Yeah. And my thing with these
That's
ladies,
real talk.
with these everybody, these women are powerful. And so sometimes people don't like to be in the front, but sometimes they have to be. And sometimes I can see, and I'm talking about these ladies, I can see where they need to be in the front. So my thing is, let's go, let's do this. Because they're powerful. So Poria asked, what are y'all goals for 2021? What's your goal for 20? I know we got long goals, and I know we're waiting, but we got to move. We got to make things happen. Y'all are powerful women. Let's start with one of y'all. What's your 2021 goal?
Well,
2021. We even
well,
talking
I'm
about.
going to chime. I'm going to
Go
chime
ahead.
in first.
Go ahead.
I'm going to chime in first, Dr. Judy.
Go ahead.
Real talk, Sister Allen, I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I'm going to re-emphasize what Pastor Judy. Yes, there are some of us are designed to be pushers. When I say pushers, whether you're in the educational field or whether you're in ministry, some of them have the heart and the desire to push people, elevate them to the level that they're supposed to be in God, in their personal and professional life. I've been that to individuals. I know what that looks like. But at the same time, I think, your work, some work can be um, emphasized or limelighted in the background, like Sister Allen. There are workers in the background, even in this production, that they handle the production very well, and they're the one that make it happen behind the scene, even in the production of this show, even in the production of ministries on different
Right.
levels. My success or my excitement is when something is successful, whether that's in ministry, whether that's in education. When it's a success, it's because you're behind the scene making it happen, and you can see, wow, that turned out to be great. And I'm not the one that's saying that I'm shying for being in forefront. There's a time for every season when you're in purpose, when you're walking in purpose. I know this for a fact when I look at Mother D.K. Richardson's life. She might be 90, but when she has an idea like Pastor Judy, she sends forth that ideas to different people who can bring that idea to fruition, whatever it is. And so that's what we are in society as a whole. We are helpers one to the other, whether that's in ministry, whether that's in education, whether that's raising our family. We sometimes as women feel that we're not equipped, but God has equipped us to be individuals, yes, first, You have to understand what your weaknesses is and what are your strengths. And you can bring it to the table and learn from the wise women. Learn from your core people that you have around you. I've been in ministry maybe 42 years of my life, but I'm not afraid to learn something new. I may be approaching 60, but I try to work like I'm 20.
My.
So
And that's, and
your
yeah,
your desire, your desire is to be, for me, is to be successful on all levels, whether
yeah,
that's in my personal life. I may be an essential caregiver and I'm driving on a Saturday, but my heart desire is to be back here in Tallahassee on Sunday. Yes, we're virtual, but my desire is to still be a partaker in ministry.
yeah.
You know,
And
I may
she,
have to
she
do, I may have to, go ahead, Pastor Judy.
yeah, I can say, yeah, and she take care of her sister, but before COVID, I think even now she'll drive all the way to what is Palmetto, um, where
Palmetto.
you go, Palmetto, and then she would drive back to be in service
Palmetto.
on Sunday. And this is what I want to say to all of us: all of us bring differences to the table, but all of us strengthen each other. Okay, and I know people, you have background, you have front ground, but what you have to do, you have to make life work for you and for everybody. Okay, all of us have something to bring to the table. That's why I bring so many different women who do so many different things or who do the same thing, but still have your individual unique um, input. And so that's what this is all about. Ladies, I know I have a whole lot of y'all on here, six to be exact. Six to be exact, because I'm trying to get all the women in because we celebrate you. We celebrate you. And what I want you to do, I want you to take a minute. I want each one of you. Let's do this first. What make y'all happy? I think that'll be a good thing. What make you happy? Let's start with you, Latasha. What make you happy? What makes you?
Um, I think one of the biggest things that makes me happy is to be able to see someone else happy. Looking at people in different circumstances, and I meet so many people from different phases of life you will not believe. And if they're having any kind of problems, I just want to see what can I do to help solve that problem to get them to be in a joyous situation. What makes me happy the most is seeing like my family, my sisters, my nephews, when he see Auntie Tosh come in the room, that makes me happy. So seeing others happy, that's what makes me the happiest person ever. The biggest thing, I surprised my daughter in Detroit for Christmas. And when she saw me pull up and she came out the house hollering and screaming and with snow coming down with no shoes on, that made me happy. So seeing others happy, that's what makes me happy.
Next, what make you happy, Cassandra?
Like Sister Tasha said, church, my family, and just seeing people succeed. I'm happy when other people are happy. That makes me happy. Not, that's basically it. Seeing other people succeed, seeing other people be happy, and me being happy. If I'm happy, everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's what they say in Jamaica. Mama happy, everybody happy. That's what they say in Jamaica. Mama happy, everybody happy. Victoria, what make you happy?
My daughter makes me happy, and knowing that each of the goals that I have set out for myself since being back in Panama City, I am accomplishing them one at a time.
All right. Sareena, what make you happy?
My family, spending time with my family and seeing growth in myself and others.
All right. Brina, what make you happy?
The first thing that makes me happy is being able to wake up and tell God, thank you for blessing me to see another day. I say that intentional because of the fact that I have a granddaughter, Brennan Grace William, who is now 14. Watching her even run track for the first time, I just always tell her, just finish. It doesn't matter if you come in first place, it's finishing. So I have driven all the way to Atlanta to watch her run track for the first time. And to see her finish is awesome. To see my baby sister Kathy, who's in a nursing home for 6 years, say stop. Well, why? She's in a nursing home and they say that she can't speak. They say that she can't raise her hand or do anything for herself, but she recognized me. That makes me happy. And of course, not to say anything least, but to watch my kids on my pre-kindergarten on Zoom be able to successfully go in and tell Miss Danette what they learn on Zoom in a 45-minute presentation that they've learned. I know this sounds, Serena's laughing, but when I see Ian, Safari, Nyla come back and successfully give us a summary of what they learned on Zoom for a Bible study, that is success.
That's awesome.
It's funny, but it's success.
Chasedi, what makes you all happy?
What makes me happy? What makes me happy, first and foremost, is being a son of God, having a relationship with God. My family makes me happy. Being out in nature makes me happy. Food and shopping makes me happy. And but overall, what makes me happy is just seeing people walk in the fullness of God, seeing them go from a low place to healing, to just being the very best version of themselves. And whatever I can do to be a part of that, I am wholeheartedly invested in that. I want to see each and every person be all that God has called them to be. That makes me the most happy. The most happy.
Bob, I would have to agree that all of those things make me happy as well. But y'all, let me tell you, eating crabs and shrimp and just sitting and laughing and having fun, just enjoy. I think that made Jesus happy too, because he would often go with the disciples to eat fish with. Jesus liked fish. And so those that he did, he probably liked brim. I don't know what they had, mullet, brim. But I'm telling you, and I'm saying that because those things, you have to take time for yourself to do that. All of the seeing people happy and celebrate. But there come a time for me, y'all. I really step back. I put my hair up. I want to do crab. I want the butter. I want to take the juice and just bring it on down and enjoy it. Y'all eat like that, especially when Carolyn does that. Sit down and watch a good movie and laughing. Spending time with my crazy family. My family is hilarious, and just sitting for hours laughing with my family. Those are things that really they relax me. They relax me. They bring a certain peace. They help me move forward. And so you all have done an excellent job. Barbara, what you want to say? What makes you happy, Barbara?
I think what makes me happy is a theme that sort of came out that everybody was mentioning, and that's seeing others succeed really brings me a lot of joy. And I know that's true for you. But I think that speaks to, why women are so critical, because it's just, I think, a part of their nature to really want, the community to succeed, their friends to succeed. And I think there's a lot of joy in that. That does make me happy. And it makes me happy being here with all of you. I'm really happy to have Judy as a friend. I mean, I think you're a blast. All I have to do is see your face and I'm happy. That's the truth. I look at you and I just feel happy. So it's a neat thing that you have that, ability to share with people.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, y'all. We give each other our best. We give each other our best and smile. And when you have down moments, and we're ready, we're going to ask y'all one more thing, but this is what I want to say to the ladies. When you have down moments, talk to somebody. Every day ain't sunshine, and it is okay. But you got to talk to somebody and say, hey, today I need a picker up, pick me up. Because y'all, I think so many times we try to mask or try to be strong for others at times. and we need others to be strong with us. And it is perfectly okay. Okay. So we're going to end. But what I want you all, and to everybody who's listening, all of your comments, everything that you're making, and y'all, we're so much stronger together. We're so much stronger together. All of we want you to have a balanced life. Uh, be intentional about it. Move forward. Go forth in what you do. We got books. We got t-shirts. We got math. We got creativity. We got everything happening. Masks, and we got everything happening here. I want you to take 1 minute for real. One minute. 1 minute, ladies. And what I want you to do, I want you to encourage the listeners. I want you to take a minute and encourage the listeners, inspire them in your own way. You got 1 minute. Timer is on. Go ahead, Victoria. Victoria, unmute yourself. Okay,
To the listener out there, continue to always evolve, continue to always work to be the best you can. Always give the best no matter what.
Yeah. Cassandra?
Um, I would say that we need to encourage each other more, bring in more positivity. Sometimes we don't even know what our own gifts are and that we are empowering to other people until somebody mentions it to you. So I would say to encourage each other more. Let us know, tell somebody that they're courageous, that they're powerful, that they're a woman of God, and just sometimes just sending, like Pastor Judy does, send a simple text message just to say, I love you, or you're great, and you're worthy. And because a lot of women don't think that they're worthy of, any kind of praise because it's so much on them. So I would just say give great feedback to women and just celebrate at all times.
Yeah, Tasha?
I
Yes.
would say, thank you. I would say, in whatever journey you're on, don't get stagnant. Be confident in yourself. Know that you can make it. Know that you can do it. And encourage not just yourself, encourage someone else that's going through the same or similar situations that you're going through. Move forward. Don't get stuck. You can do it.
Amen. Amen. Sareena?
I would say to everyone to know your value and to know that what you have to offer is of value, and never belittle what you have or think little that this person is more important than me. But know that what you have to offer is important and it will make the difference in someone else's life.
Amen. Chasedi?
I would say to each and every one, guys, know that you are authentic. Know that you are a packaged gift. When you were created, you have everything on the inside of you to succeed, to be great. Know that you are a solution to a problem on this earth, and you're needed and you're valued, not only to others, but to God. So just walk in what He has called you to do. Be bold. Don't be afraid. And everything that you do, make sure you do it with love.
Oh, I love it. Come on. Sareena, I mean, not Sareena, Brina.
One of the things that I can say to
Sareena.
empower Brina, one of the things that I can say that would empower anyone is first, the scripture tells us to press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling, which is in Christ Jesus. No matter where you are or where you came from in life, I came from a disadvantaged, as an economically disadvantaged family. And being the oldest, you have to already have those goals, whether you save or not. Some of us have goals. What I wanted was better. I had wanted better, and I had hope that my life would not be what it was when I grew up. So I wanted better. So I pursued excellence in education. I wanted better. I moved my children, my family to Tallahassee because I wanted to be educated, college educated, being the first in my family. I supported myself in college, and I want to say I didn't want to live like my mother lived. I didn't want that for my family. I wanted them to know. I wanted my children to know what love is, what family is, and I got that through church intervention, church family. I learned that at Watson Temple. That was my first real family. Um, that and knowing that God orders your step. You have spiritual guidance. You have to tap into that. You have to learn how to become spiritually mature, but most importantly, surround yourself with a spiritual village. They will push you towards your destiny. And those who have the discerning spirit can see your weaknesses and can pull you out and bring you through on the other side, as Pastor said, will bring you through, take you to another level in your life where you're supposed to be in God. And you can encourage people. Yes, I came from a real hard background, disadvantage in every single way, being molested as a child. Yes, I came from that type of background. But I said, but God,
Yeah.
He can do all, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yes.
I only had the support now of my uncle James Hamilton, which I didn't know until became an adult. There was nobody that
Yeah.
knew. Everybody in your family go to church, but they didn't have a relationship. I learned relationship in church. I learned how to be an effective communicator in church. I wanted the camaraderie, the spirit of God in excellence in everything that I did. I want to be dependable, have loyalty. Those things push you to your next level, personally and professionally. So I say to you, surround yourself with spiritual leaders. Get educated. Read books like Humble Hustle and Hungry. Let me say this: Humble, Hungry, and Hustle. Read. Get yourself educated. Be a better leader. Find something that will push you to the next level, like the leadership class that we had at Life Changers under our dynamic leader, Pastor Judy. I wanted to empower myself to see, okay, I have this gift, but I want to excel my gift. You have a gift, and sometimes you want to make that gift better. So I say to each and every one on the call that's listening that you have to put yourself in a position to be helped and be helpers one to the other.
Wow. Ooh, Barbara, what do you say about these ladies?
Yeah, I just think they're all amazing, and I think Brina, what you just said is, wanting to be better, wanting things better, and I think individually wanting things to be better, and I applaud all that you've done. I mean, that's an amazing story, and I want to be better as a community of women. Like Judy and I talk about being a #1 city for women, and hopefully, that means women don't go through some of the things that you've been through. By having, but I just want us all to come together and support each other and want to do better together.
Want to do better together. Chasedi, Victoria, Brina, Tasha, Sareena, Cassandra, today has been absolutely fantastic. I believe that the people who have listened to you by way of Facebook, by way of YouTube, by way of the radio, have truly been blessed. We only gave them a taste. Oh, taste and see. We only gave them a taste of the excellence in you and what you have to offer to this vast community. Each one of you are women worthy of celebration. You will receive a certificate that says Women of Celebration. And I also have the book from Chasedi to every one of you, and another little gift. And I had people on here who requested the book. You will get a book as well. And what I'm gonna order, and she's gonna sign every last one of the book personally. She's going to personally sign the book for you all. And this is just the beginning of everything. We want you to go and be successful. Even if you're scared, do it. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. because you all are powerful women. You all have a powerful voice. And I want to thank you for being on the Real Talk with Judy show. Barbara Westcott, it has been an absolute honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve with you for the month of March and Women's History Month. You are one amazing woman. I greatly appreciate your friendship and your spirit.
Well, thank you so much. And it's just been an honor. And I really appreciate you letting me be here with you. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot from all these amazing women. But I also just learned a lot by being on the live with you and being a guest host and, you know, all that whole practice that comes along with just being on a live and learning and when to ask questions, things like that. So thank you for this opportunity all the way around.
Thank you so very much. And to all of the listeners, again, thank you all so very much. If you want to become a partner with me with the Real Talk with Judy show, please visit my website, www.realtalkwithjudy, and let's partner with us. We're building up the website. We want you all to join us tonight in our Bible study at 7:30. I'm going to be teaching tonight, and the subject is going to be prepare for something big. That's what we're going to teach about tonight. Preparing for something big. That's going to be powerful. The Lord has dropped some things in my spirit, going right in line with Pastor Mandrell about this preparation. I'm telling you, God is up to something big, y'all. And we're gonna talk about this tonight. And then Sunday at 11 a.m. we're having communion, and we invite you all to join us again Sunday. Ladies, I see all of us in the future, every last one of us, and we're working things together because we are the #1 city for women. That's Tallahassee, Florida. Man, we love you all. Again, thank y'all. Y'all are some powerful women. Y'all look good. Look, y'all did a great job.
You sure did. You sure did.
And you had so many people listening to you and watching you. Wow. So thank you all. Priscilla, thank you for another awesome production. Angus, thank you for tuning in. And to everybody, greatly appreciate you all. This is the Real Talk with Judy show. And until next Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. right here on Hallelujah 95.3.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with